Here we go. How about Freeport? You ready for pro stock action? Yeah, I am. I love the pro stocks. Jason Molitor, local boy, looking to do good here at the Stevenson County Fair. Very nice overtakes the Molitor, and the Molitor family going curious like today. They give their approval out there. Now the good run boy takes brought it up and carried it from the get-go. Carried the good one on the track. Nice local red cat.
Happy Labor Day from all of us with Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. My name is Jason Schultz. Got Ryan Zolik with us tonight, John Stranley, Greg Elsing. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. if you're like the rest of us, you were probably working all weekend as well, trying to keep up with everything. But life is good. Every Monday night, 7 o'clock here. Join us for Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. And then we go live at 8 o'clock as well for Let's Grow Pulling. So every Monday night, all kinds of truck and tractor pulling action. But this hour is dedicated to everything Badger State Truck and Tractor Pullers. Kind of a weekend off, Greg, John, Ryan, which is weird because I feel like the summer went super fast and we were all tired. And now it's kind of like, well, we didn't have a pull this weekend. What do we do now? We got 2 great events to wrap up the season. The September, what is it, Ryan? September Broke Vernon County Fair.
15th.
15th, and then the Greene County Fall Nationals. I'll put those up on the screen real quick. I have some nice overlays to put up here. So here's the graphic for the Vernon County Fair in Baroque, Wisconsin.
I think Ryan must be in a or something.
Sounds like he's in a car wash.
I am driving the scene of I-30.
I was clicking on the wrong overlay, guys. Sorry. So here's the Vernon County Fair. Friday, September 15th, Baroque, Wisconsin, 4-1, 466 hot farms, 9,300-pound super farms, 360 diesel trucks. And then the next day, the big dog, Greene County Fall Nationals, many time pull of the year with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, 10,000 pro stocks, 4-1s, hot farms, super farms, light pros, 360 diesel trucks, light limited supers, super modified tool grid trucks. A lot of point championships will be decided here in the next week or so with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. John, who are our fine sponsors of Down and Dirty with the Badger State Pullers?
The Front Street Toys, Casper Egg, Ed Casper, Salama Enterprises, Don Salama and James and them. Who am I missing, Greg?
Trip Downing.
Trip Downing, that's right.
Yep. With the home run super farm.
Yeah. So, well, let's chat. John, do you want to take over? Or Ryan, do you want to give a quick Gordyville update first with these classes, or how do you want to handle this? So, like, Ryan?
You can go about any way you want.
Well, I got the overlay up on the screen. We can talk about that at the end.
Oh, okay.
But we have the for the Midwest Winter Nationals.
If John wants to go, since he wasn't on last week.
Yeah. John, what do you want to talk about? Brokewood? Do you want to talk about Greene County Fall Nationals? You want to talk about points races? What do you want to talk about tonight?
Points races tight, like always. Such good competition. We're looking forward to the Greene County Fall Nationals. It's always great to see everybody that comes from other organizations that pull as well. A bunch of them will be done and they come down there, so it makes the event that much better. They got great food, great entertainment afterwards. I believe if you still buy tickets ahead of time, probably get a hold of Mark Hawthorne on that. Buy tickets ahead of time, get you in the poll and the band, I believe. It also gets you entered into the drawings for the weekend. There's a bunch of prizes that they give away. So great event, great food. Sharon Brinkmeyer didn't bring us any goodies last year, but maybe if Brinkmeyer behave ourselves, we'll have some goodies this year.
I'm going to mute Zolik because it's just loud. There's a lot of background noise in his car. So, Ryan, I'll unmute you if you want to talk, raise your hand. How about that? Something like that. So.
I think what are the tightest points races coming into this weekend or that weekend? I think it's hot farm and 4-wheel drive diesel trucks, right? The 3.6.
Yeah, I'm pulling up that right now. Streaming videos, points, track. What do you want to look at? Tractors or trucks, Greg?
It don't matter, all of them. We'll get through all of them.
So let's just start at the top. Is that fine?
Yep.
Take 540 light pros, guys, and I'm at the bstponline.com, the official website for the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Stacy Butson says 50-50 raffles are epic. Yeah, I'm sure he's talking about the Greene County Fall Nationals. So
They are epic. Yeah, those are huge down there.
I just put the website in for the for the Badger State Tractor Pullers. I'm going to put in the Greene County Fall Nationals website is right now. Everything you need to know about the Greene County Fall Nationals is on that website, greencountyfallnationals.com. So I just want to throw that up there quick. We'll talk about points. So through Highland, Andy Cartwright's at 516. So he's got, as long as he shows up, he's good to go on a light pro stock points championship there. Unless I know that's a fact because you get, is it 30 or 28 points for first, Greg?
You get 50.
50. Okay, I'm thinking, yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking a different association. Sorry about that. So
yep.
he needs to hook and go down the track basically. So
right,
because he's got a 36-point lead, he'd have to really step on it bad. So, because the worst you can do is 25 points, right, for last. Right.
And there's only six or seven tractors pulling for points, so at the most you change is 14.
So I'd like to unofficially crown Andy Cartwright a 540 Light Pro. Andy, just show up to Monroe and bump the sled, right? So,
yep.
That's good stuff. Is that back to back for those guys?
I believe his dad got it last year. Mark did, didn't he?
I'm going to unmute Zolik for a second. Who won Light Pros last year, Zolik?
They're correct, Mark. Cartwright was the winner.
Yep. Are you like on your Bluetooth, or do you have your phone? Do you like an earpiece then?
I'll switch here.
What's that?
I'll switch. If you want to mute me, I'll switch. Yeah.
Let's go look at next class.
Anybody listening to, if you have anything you want us to comment on or talk about, please send it in here. We'll cover it for you. How's that sound?
I'm going to mute Zolik again. 466 Hot Farm Tractor season points, guys, through Highland. Double Trouble has a 20-point lead on man, that really bounced because they had a big lead heading, I think, into one of the polls. That Hot Farm class is so competitive. We talk about it every week. Good evening, Brian Zabel. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Carly Pustulko's checking in. She's a mini rod puller. She lives in the Dakotas, I think. Hey, Carly, how are you? John knows Carly. So
good to see you.
Yep.
Happy anniversary to Brian Zabel and his lovely wife too. He's watching here, and it's their anniversary today, I believe.
Yeah, Brian's a huge pulling fan.
Got to see him in Hillsborough with the garden tractors over the weekend.
Awesome.
Nice.
How'd that go?
Went really well. Ross had a awesome weekend. I guess his crew chief finally got his crap together, I think.
Yeah.
Did you have somebody take over, John?
What's that?
Did you have somebody else take over the
yes,
duties?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Brian Zabel did.
Yep.
I'm going to unmute Zolik here and see if he sounds better. At least I thought I was. Now I can't. Now I lost him. Man, that old internet in Illinois. He's having a hard time. I know right where he is.
There's
Meyer and Steve Worth, Double Trouble. Steve's the one that I see with Mike all the time, right, Greg? They're like,
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He's helped him out a long time.
Yep.
Good friends.
If you just joined us, happy Labor Day from all of us here with Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. John Stranley, Greg Elsing, myself, Jason Schultz. Ryan Zolik is having some internet issues as well. We're just going through points. We're talking about Broca. We don't have a big show for you tonight, but we do want to come on every Monday night and let you know what's happening in the Badger State tractor pulling land. So, Zolik, are you back?
Is this better?
Way better, buddy. Way better. Way better. It sounded like you were in a hurricane. I thought you were in Florida.
Yeah. I was not Jim Cantor.
Anyway, yeah, it pretty much looks like a Hot Farm as long as Double Trouble can get hooked to the sled. They should be able to handle that. I'm sure there's a mathematical way for Dominic to run him down a 20-point lead, but I think most of it looks like the dogfights for second and third right in there. Man, it's tight. Super tight. But I bet there'll be 20 plus Hot Farms in Monroe for the Greene County Fall Nationals, because John mentioned it earlier. A lot of other associations are done, and they're able to come in and get all that stuff knocked out. So it's all good.
All you have to do is get her down the track and be respectable. I think you'll have her won.
Yep. So let's take a look at.
It'll be the second one too, I believe.
Yep. I think he won it last year, didn't he?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Last year would have been Loughborough's.
Loughborough's.
Bros
Okay.
last year, yep.
Nick Cunningham, he already wrapped up the 640 Pro Farm, right?
Yep.
That was done after Pecatonica. Nick was
Yep.
first at 192. Scott Burkhart's 178. And you said you feel pretty good about the future of the 640 class, Greg. I know last year at the banquet there were some worries about it, but you thought maybe if you said something about if you and PI don't schedule on top of each other last week.
Right. We got 6 of those guys that committed to us and to come and pull, and we signed a 640 class. So I think, it's pretty good. We'll get 6, 8 of them, I think, this year. We'll see.
Nope, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Good stuff. Good stuff. 4.1 limited pros. John Coots has a 19-point lead on Jared Fredericks and Chris Feller with the Wild Buck. John
Yep.
is a defending points champion. I'm positive of that last year.
Yep.
God, this might be 3 in a row for him.
will it be?
No, Gallup's won it, I think, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
The
he
dog
shares.
fight for second
Shares.
still up for what's that, John?
He shares.
He shares. He shares.
Yes.
But a good points race going on there. And then they'll have 2 hooks. There's 2 hooks. I mean, if John's got to keep it running, he's got to live through, through Viroqua. If something bad would happen through Friday night in Viroqua and he can't get them in a row, that would obviously would shake it up. You don't wish that on anybody, but it's definitely a possibility.
Well, you like it to come down to a close race at the end, though, so guys have hope. I think I like
Absolutely.
to see it.
And speaking of close points rates, let's move to our light limited super stocks, guys. Steve Zenz out of Lancaster is at 540. Mark Wittenbach's at 538. David Zenz is in third at 522. So,
Yep.
I mean, you could mix up that probably the top 2 for sure, pretty easily there. And they are not in Viroqua, right? But they are in Monroe.
Right.
So
Right.
Leaves.
I think Mark Hawthorne has the lineup out. He put it out. He sent it to me, and I said it looked good. And we changed a couple things, but we got it figured out. Got it on his website, I believe.
let me take a peek. Let me go to the Greene County Fall Nationals right now. I got it up there on the screen.
Yeah, and I know there'll be quite a few guests in the light limited class again this year from other states coming.
But more than likely, Greg, they'll just do a day hook, right? They won't mess
Well,
with the
yeah,
points
it won't
race.
affect the points, but that's gonna be another big class. They'll be
Yeah.
they'll be
Last year
close to 20 light limiteds again.
they had three New Hollands from Missouri, I think, were there. Yeah.
Yep, they'll
Yeah,
be coming
I-
back
I mean,
along with the two 560s from Missouri.
Yeah, Shake and Bake and what's the other one?
Bad idea.
Good running tractors. And Mark's got a lot of customers, obviously, in the tire business and the rim business. And
Yep.
obviously, in Mark's, the Hawthorne name's very, very, very strong across the country in the light limited class. Richard Merritt says, "Are we going to see Poland or just talking?" Richard, we just talk every Monday night at 7:00, and you're lucky enough to find us tonight. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, Richard. Thanks for watching the show Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We're talking everything Badger State Truck and Tractor Pullers. Right now, we're kind of reviewing the points races heading into Viroqua, Wisconsin, the 15th of September, a Friday night, and then the Greene County Fall Nationals. I am looking for that pulling order.
Check their Facebook page. Maybe they put it on the Facebook page.
I think that's where it was.
There's Shake and Bake.
I would think it'd be at the bottom, one of the last things he posted, because we just did it.
I'm back 3 days ago now, Greg. So
Yeah, it was 3-4 days ago.
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yep.
posting all their sponsors now. They do such a good job with all that. There's the poster.
Yep.
There's 5 days ago. Maybe they haven't put that pull order up yet.
Nope.
Stanley, text Hawthorne and ask him where his polling order is, if you don't mind.
Okay, my video is going to get goofy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're on your phone. I'll do it. John, stop. I'll do it.
Okay,
Hey Siri, text Mark Hawthorne.
text, but I on my phone too, and that's what I'm using.
Where can I find the polling order for the Greene County Fall Nationals? We're talking about it right now. John Sauer says sometimes he puts it on the pull-off page. I don't go to pulloff.com, so somebody else can go there. I think my keyboard starts on fire if I go to pulloff.com. So
Right. I don't like posting there either.
I'd rather poke all this pen in my eye. So
Yeah. Oh, we go back to the races and finish with
yes,
Coots.
sir.
And we left with Coots. And
Yeah, so talk about light limited super stocks. We saw some squirrels. That's what happens when your host, one of your hosts has ADHD. You never know which way this conversation is going to go. John's supposed to keep us in check, Greg.
that's his job, right?
I know.
That is the toughest job in the world right there. I can't even handle that. If I got to do that, I'm filling out resignation papers. It'd be a lot easier.
Well, you don't get paid, John. So you really,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
when I send you the link, you just pretend you didn't see it.
Oh,
Higher package is the same as the payment package.
oh yeah. Huh.
Same as the package to be the president of the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Zero.
Right.
Yep, that's a money making deal too. That is, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like politics, John.
Yeah.
Super Farm guys, Jason, the Vinnies, all cranked up, sitting out there at 816.
That'll be 2 in a row for him.
Yep, Trip Downing, the trio from Southern Wisconsin, sitting in second at 794. What a year they're having, guys. You think about they've only been the Badger State Super Farms. Nobody can argue with me or any of us. They're the toughest running super farms in the country. Anywhere you go, I don't care.
Yep.
I mean, without a doubt. And
But
I'm not trying to play homework card right now, but I see it every year at Clint's Pole. I see it everywhere they go. I see it at Louisville. I see it when they run Champions Tour with the PPL. I mean, it's always a Badger. 99% of the time, it's a Badger State Super Farm. Coming out of that.
Run is.
What's that, Greg?
Josh Miley gives them a pretty good run for their money when he's around.
He does, and he has won the points the last couple of years. You're right. So
Yep, I think he's got it.
It is. Well, it's close. It's still close there, the way it looks. If he slips up, Trip could get in there.
But from top to bottom,
Oh yeah,
you could. I mean, if you took Josh Miley versus a field, nobody in their right mind would pick Miley over the field. I mean,
Right.
on a weekly basis like that. So,
Right.
but
Kind of
Miley's
neat.
tough.
It's neat to see the third place in points currently right now too. Blackburn and his crew there. They've been switching drivers all year, and they've been staying hovering around the top. So seeing them in third, that's a pretty good accomplishment for that crew too. That
for
coming
first
around.
year.
So straight from Hawthorne's text message, he's posting this tomorrow. But 540 Light Pros are going to go first, followed by Super Farms, followed by diesel trucks. They have the 3.6 diesel trucks there, I'm sure.
Yep.
Pro Stock tractors. Pro Stocks are fourth class. Light Limited Supers are fifth. 466 Hot Farms are sixth. 4.1s are seventh. Two-wheel drive mod trucks are eighth. Should be really close to where this is set in stone. Trying to set the order to make it fair for the close points classes. So
Yep.
yeah, that's very very honest of you. So thank you, Hawthorne. And we'll get Mark on the show next Monday. So is that Ross, John?
Yeah, you want to talk to him?
I think we should bring Ross on.
Here, I got my earbuds in, but I'll put an earbud in his. Here, hold on.
You can tell us how he did this weekend up Millsboro.
You
Yeah.
hold it. Can you see these guys?
Yeah.
Hey,
Can you hear
Ross.
them?
Ross, can you hear us?
Hi. Yeah.
Can you do a weekend recap of your experience up in Hillsboro, Wisconsin? How did it go? How did you do?
Well, the track was junk.
No, I said it was a good track.
Well, what do you mean? Like when I was driving my garden tractor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. You won. The tractor hooked up good.
I know, but at the end I had to let go of the throttle.
Oh, that's because you got out of hand. So you just about went out of bounds there in the last hook. I could send you a video, but
No,
the tractor veered to the left.
and it was getting a little too rough on the tractor.
Yeah, but you got to win.
Yeah.
we're going to start a new segment, 5 minutes with Ross Strandley from the Strandley Polling Team out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Anybody any questions for Ross? Please type them into the comments because I like how honest he is. And his dad just is coaching him. Ross, you just be you. Don't you worry about
You be you.
Okay.
You did good in the 14-horse class too. You got second. We went to Waupun and pulled at the Waupun Super Pull in the morning and pulled at Wisconsin Garden Tractor Pullers. And he got a win in the kids class. And I think he was like 5th in the twin cylinder class. Then we loaded up and drove to Hillsboro and pulled up there. So 3 different organizations in one day. It was a lot of fun.
I like
I had
that.
fun.
Would be,
Did you have
that's a
fun?
good weekend.
Yeah.
That's a good weekend.
Yep.
We'd like to
So
thank
that
T and
super-
B's for helping
What's
us
that?
out. Like to thank T and B's Racing Engines for helping us out. We popped the head gasket on.
Did we lose John?
Sounds like it.
Did he touch? Did he touch?
There's audio now.
Probably touched something there. Pro Stock Tractor Points, guys. We're gonna move on to Pro Stock. Wildman 627, Randy Brew 579, Brinkmeyer's 575. So, did Wildman win points last year, Greg, in pros?
No, Blaine State.
Blaine did.
Okay, so Wildman's are
Blaine Stand.
Yep.
So really, the only dogfight we really have is light limited super
Yes,
stocks on the
Dave.
tractor side. Greg, would you agree with that statement?
Yeah. What about the diesel trucks?
And
They
the,
didn't go-
and the 3.6 diesel trucks, there's 10 points between.
On the tractor side, I'm moving to trucks now, guys. So.
Yep.
Two-wheel drive modified trucks. We have a 10 point. I mean, there's still a chance there. We've seen it come down to Green County Fall Nationals before. Timmermans are at 520, Willie Deppy's at 510, Scott Nearing's at 496, and the two-wheelers.
I don't know if there's enough trucks though.
Right, to shake it
For
up.
them a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 6 points trucks.
Right.
So
So,
probably
they
not.
could, you know, whatever.
It'd have to be a first last situation, right?
Yep.
And everybody'd have to be there. So
Yeah, they did give him a 2-point lead. So I think Timmerman's pretty much gotta just make a decent pass.
Pro Mods, we didn't have any semi hooks, right? No.
Just 3.6 diesel trucks is
Okay. Pro Stock diesel trucks. Yeah, so Ryan Funk and Corey Funk with Funk and Movement are at 668 over Jamie Larson at 658. And then Funk and Grubens at 634. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trucks running for points. So it's possible. Again, it'd have to be one of those. Funk and Movement have to finish towards the bottom, and the general.
They have 2 hooks left.
Oh, they do. Oh,
They got
possible.
Vropa.
Yeah, there's
Vropa
Vropa.
Friday night.
Yep. So that's going to be fun.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. So, is it a Blackburn built tractor? Yes, it is. That Super Farm. Josh, I believe, built it for a customer out in California and campaigned it this season. I think we saw it at Midwest Winter Nationals last year in Shipshewana, Indiana, if I remember correctly. So, good stuff. Well, there's your points race update. Let's talk about Broco again. I'll put that up on the screen. Vernon County Fair, Friday, September 15th. That's the last county fair in the state of Wisconsin. Really good track up there. I say up there because it's up there. It's far. I think it's one of the far west poles we have on the Badger State schedule. Nice to get over there on this side of the state a little bit more for the fans. Check it out. But they got 4-1s, 466 hot farms, 9,300-pound super farms, and the 3.6 diesel trucks. And then, of course, you move to the Green County Fall Nationals. Like I said, multiple-time Badger State Pull of the Year. And it's just a huge fundraiser for that local community. They do so much good from the sport of truck and tractor pulling from it. And you see all the classes on there. Again, I'm going to read off the pulling order from Hawthorne. It's not set in stone, but he feels pretty good about it. Just got a text message from him. 540 Light Pros will be Class 1. Super Farms Class 2, followed by 360 diesel trucks, Pro Stocks, Light Limited Supers, 466 hot, 4-1 limited pros, 2-wheel drive mod trucks will be last. So, and then they have a band afterwards. I'll bring their website up here on the screen. Give you all a second to take a peek at that.
I think new this year, there's no cover charge for the band.
Great.
Yes, if you get into the pool, you're in, right?
Yep. That's what I remember hearing.
Blue Steel.
We were in Viroqua all last week working for Jeff Parr. He was working on the track while we were there, watering it down stuff. We were in there bagging corn silage for him for 4 or 5 days. He had looking pretty good when we were there.
Yeah, they do a nice job.
Yep, that's a good track.
Yep, it really is.
Yep,
it really is.
Great kind of dirt.
And then just kind of give you a quick little update on the Midwest Winter Nationals. The classes are set, sessions are set, 6 sessions. I think registration opens tomorrow, I think is what Clint had told me the other day. Session 1 is Thursday, January 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is that's always crazy. Like we start pulling at 10 a.m. That's what Elsie said last year. He goes, man, that's early. And
I didn't make it there for the first classes.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, it's because you were out talking to sponsors. It's okay. Don't feel bad. So.
Right. Well, no, we're 25 miles away to get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Which was all right.
We did an Airbnb last year. It worked out nice. So.
Is it an Amish house?
What's that, Greg?
Was it an Amish house with no electricity?
No, we had heat and everything, Greg. It was amazing.
Wow.
The Amish they're not as Amish as the Amish in Wisconsin. These Amish, they're a little more liberal Amish. They got cars and everything, some of them. So
yeah.
I see they got 2 flights for the limited mini rods, Ryan.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're splitting them, no matter what numbers we get, to help with fumes in the building, because the building owner didn't want as much fumes. So that's why there's 2 flights of the limited mini rods this year.
Yeah, John, you would never think minis could fill up a building full of fumes fast, but they sure do. They sure do. So
40 by 60 shop. If you open the door and try running it in there, your eyes will burn within seconds. You got to run it outside.
Yep. It reminded me of that time I was announcing years ago down the old Rantoul building, Gordyville, and Clint had the light supers in Black Barn or whatever was driving, or maybe driving one of Chiswick's tractors, and the fumes right in front of us, and then the lights were swinging from the ceiling, those low ceilings, and it was pretty sketchy, but it was pretty awesome all at the same time. So good times. But this event, if you ask Clint Tucker, I mean, this event was originally set up to cater to Badger State pullers, Midwest pullers, but he always specifically mentions Badger State pullers. This is back he started this event when the super farms could get into Louisville, but some of the other classes couldn't. And he wanted a championship for classes that basically don't get to go pull at Louisville. And then this became kind of a tune-up a little bit for some of the classes. And he's mixed in some pro stock. I don't know. He had mentioned he might add the 5.0 pro stocks. I don't see that on the list unless I'm not reading it right.
Blocked. It's a Saturday night.
Saturday night only. Okay.
Yeah.
I got my banner rolling across the bottom.
It's on the bottom. Yeah, it's on the field.
Trying to be all fancy with my banners, but this is one indoor event, fans. If you love truck and tractor pulling, I mean, you've known about it. It's a great event. It's well run. Greg came down last year. We had a lot of fun. We went around, interviewed a whole bunch of Badger State competitors that were there down there representing the Badger State, and they did very well. And it was a lot of fun. But if you're going, I'd get on your hotel right now, yesterday. So
probably 2 months ago.
Probably 2 months ago. So.
Oh my.
If you wanted to be right across the street.
Right.
But there's plenty of towns 20 miles away. Don't worry. I mean, you're not.
It's not horrible drive over.
Nope. And I've had a lot of people asking me, what's the building like, the facility? I'm like, it's top notch, state of the art. It's as nice as anything we've ever pulled in before. The track's good. It's, they take the dirt in and out. They have some outdoor events as well. I think they're having a PPL pull next year outside. I know they have an IPL pull last year. I text with the dirt guy down there on and off at times, and we're going to help them promote their other events as well. So they know what they're doing when it comes to truck and tractor pulling down there. Good dirt, great facility. I think they have enough beer choices now, Ryan. Wasn't that the first complaint the first year? So
Well, they only had Coors Light, and then they ran out
yeah. So,
Oof.
in the first session.
Ooh. that ain't good.
Click.
Yeah, they were
I know Tucker told him.
they were scrambling pretty good, pretty fast.
Tucker told him that tractor pullers like to drink beer, especially the Gordyville crowd, but or the Midwest Winter Nationals crowd. I'm not supposed to say Gordyville anymore. It's still programmed in my brain, but it's a lot of freaking fun. That's is what it is. A lot of fun. So a lot of good memories there. So, but head over to what'ssmoking.net. Zolik does all the website for there. I'll bring it up on the screen super quick. Super organized, super nice.
Yeah, so registration opens up 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. If anyone has or wants to, I can help them over the phone tomorrow afternoon. If you already registered last year, your profile's there. You just need to go in and select your classes and print off the clutch paperwork and then get that sent in, and you'll be all set.
Yep.
Zelik, sign me up.
Sign you up.
Sign me up.
Okay.
And the
Okay, I'll be in touch tomorrow to get your credit card info.
all right.
We're the first two, Greg.
Right?
Yep.
Actually, I got a couple of emails the other day, so I'll put you on the call list.
Yeah.
But here's the website. I'm gonna throw this in the comments for everybody. Again, it's a great poll. I don't know how many states were represented last year. Ryan has all that stuff. They have a great live stream. I know this is one of the biggest live streams in polling for viewership as well. So
What's the
great
date?
deal. January
11th
11th
through
through the 14th.
January.
13th. It's the second weekend in January.
So we'll go right
Got
from
back up
there.
Greg, when's the fair convention, bud?
Usually the first full week of January.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll probably fall on that week again, that beginning of that week, I would assume.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just looking at the calendar right now, quick. Yeah, so the first is on a Monday this year, Elsie. So January 1st is a Monday through the 5th is a Friday, then the
Yeah.
following week. So I don't know if they'll have that on there. I can
I think-
Google it quick. Wisconsin State Fair Convention. Kind of a big deal. 2024. It is. It's always up in the Dells, right, Greg?
Yep. It
January
truly is.
7th through the 19th? What? No, that's in Milwaukee.
It's the
Was
fairs
that-
and festivals is what you want to be under.
Sorry, Doug. Sorry, Ryan.
I'm sure they wouldn't have it Monday after day.
Yeah, I doubt they'd have it on New Year's Day.
It'll be that 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
33rd year of doing it.
For you,
Yeah.
Wow.
33rd.
30,
Right.
33rd.
Damn, you're getting old.
I'm sorry, 30. 30. Just doing the
January
How many
7th.
do
through the 10th. Greg.
I usually go up Sunday afternoon or Sunday night. Adam and I go up and kind of get our game plan on, and it isn't a lot. But then you have to be there and you have to be set up by 8 o'clock Monday morning, which everybody's coming in and checking in then. So we go up Sunday night and just usually we watch a Packer game because they're usually in the finals or playoffs, but that was not the case this year. But we will be this year.
It is the 7th through the 10th, Greg Elsie. So,
Yep.
Are you on the Love Boat?
The Love Boat.
Yeah.
What's
Jordan
that?
Love. Jordan Love.
I'm in the Love Boat.
Yeah.
That was a good show, Ryan. You probably don't remember it.
The plane boss, the plane boss.
I've only seen episodes on TV.
Boat.
I've seen a new version of the Love Boat on the on the TV guide thing one time. I thought I checked it out, but it looked stupid, so I didn't watch it.
That was probably like one of those reality shows.
Heidi, thanks for tuning in. Heidi's one of the biggest pulling fans I've ever met. I interviewed her up in Hillsboro. She goes to like 60 pulls a year, and she goes to a lot of Badger State pulls. This is not a pull that Benny's would come to. They might come and watch, but they would not compete at it. The big minis aren't in there. We did let Harmison go down the track last year and make a pass with his big one. His big block Clint did. So the big
Yeah, but we would just fume. The building just can't handle the fumes of the full blown minis.
There aren't many buildings that can. Even Louisville, I don't think, can handle it when the mods are in there. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Half the people are in the hallways.
Especially with as much fuel.
Glenn's checking in from Oshkosh, one of our promoters. Thank you, Glenn.
Yep.
So,
January 7th through the 10th. He's been there.
He's been there a couple of years too, hasn't he?
Right. Drank a lot of old fashions with Glenn.
So you don't totally remember 33 years.
No. 32, yeah. Remember all of them. Yep. On the younger years, we're a lot more aggressive than they are lately. I can tell you that.
Well, that's
And
good. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know well enough, when he means aggressive, he means by the amount of alcohol and the lack of sleep that was partaken. That's the aggressive point there. So, yeah. No, life is good. Life is good. So next Monday, let's get Hawthorne on here. Gregory, John, if you guys can line that up. If you want to get Parr on from Wrocław, that would be great. I can get those links. I'm going to be in Florida, so I will get the links set up and I will get the show started. So Zolik, are you going to be around next Monday night?
Yeah, I'll be around.
I'll send you the link and you can start and stop the show then if you don't mind. So
Sure.
Perfect.
that
What are you
would
doing?
be-
Florida?
Just going down to Key West for 5 days. So just to get away with my beautiful bride. She lets me go tractor pulling all summer long. So I'm flying to Lumberton. What's that, Ryan?
Hopefully no hurricanes in the forecast.
Yeah, we checked. I'm flying to Lumberton, North Carolina Thursday. I'll be out there Friday night and Saturday night with Full Pull, promoting the greatest motorsport in the world, which is truck and tractor pulling. Then I'm buzzing down to Key West, and then I'm going to buzz back to the Inderley the following weekend to hang out with the Full Pull team as well. So it's going to be a busy but very, very fun 10-day period there. So never been to a pull in North Carolina before. There's some chatter that the mini rod guys are getting together, some of the big name guys, and putting some like legit crazy stupid money, kind of a winner take all, kind of a throwdown type of a deal. I got some text messages today. Don't have any full details on it yet, but as soon as I do, but I heard like $5,000 a piece buy-in type stuff, like winner take all. So that would be,
I'm guessing Bruce Law is behind this.
What's that, Ryan?
Is this a Bruce Law idea?
Yeah, I've heard Jeff Hurt's name get thrown around. I've heard Cody Singletary's name get thrown around. I've heard Chase's name get thrown around, and I've heard Slaw's name get thrown around. So I don't know. Literally, I've just been getting random text messages. I don't know if they're just wanting me to tease it, but they told me to start talking about it. But I was told I'll know the real details tomorrow. But I've been told $5,000 buy-in, winner take all type of like a side bet, like a Street Outlaws type of a stuff. This isn't anything part of anything other than kind of a last hurrah, crank them bottle down. So
just like Street Outlaws, right?
yeah, Greg.
So
Greg, we've talked about this for 3 or 4 years, you and I, getting a camera crew together and getting a class together and just doing a bunch of head-to-head shootouts, and we still need to do that. We have the camera now. We could have the track. We could probably go to Baraboo and you just bring everybody in for a weekend and just do we could bracket it off, and Zolik would be great at helping with this. So
you could do it at the end of an event, and not charge the promoter for it, but just have it there, and anybody that wants to get in on it, put your money up and let her rip.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've seen it a little bit with those shootouts. With some promoters have done that. Or some local. Saunders, I feel, does it in Arlington a lot,
other places.
Warren, they do it.
Darlington does it, and Warren. Darlington and Warren both do the shootout at the end.
Yep. I got to do one of those at Bill Petrie's pool in McLouth, Kansas, right? Ryan McLouth, am I saying that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I always get Mountain Cities and McLouth all mixed up because there's a Mountain City, Kansas, there's a Mountain City, Missouri, and there's a McLouth, Kansas, and they're all about this. Well, the two are same time of the year, so
Yeah.
it's good. So
Do you have any updates on the full pull bets thing, Jason? I haven't
So-
heard a lot.
So yeah, I mean, basically, what they're doing this year is just getting people used to the platform. And what I've been told is that the real live money stuff will start. I don't work for them at all. I just think what it's doing for the sport is going to be huge. So I threw my name in the hat. Like whenever you need somebody to go promote it, and when you post something on social media, let me know. You know, I'll have my team share it around just to help their numbers. Anything to talk more about the sport, Greg, I get excited about it. I mean, we all do. Let's be honest. Because everybody's like, "Oh, you work for them." Like, no, I don't. I just love the idea. Anything to get more people talking about it, get more eyeballs out of it, and
I love it too. I think it's going to be a good thing, and guys are all, you can scam it. No, you can't, because you could go to scam this. I mean, if you set it up somehow.
I mean, they have people. Again, I don't know, but I know enough that I think to be dangerous to talk about it a little bit. But they have people in Vegas working on this. This isn't like these guys got drunk one night and said, "Hey, I bet $5,000 I'll win tomorrow." This is something they've been kicking around for a couple of years, and they went to all the major associations. They went to the PPL, they went to the NTPA, they went to the Outlaws and said, "We're going to roll it out nationally." And then eventually, I mean, I would say if things go well, Greg, I think you could see real live money gambling in 3 to 4 years at the state level, like Badger State. I truly believe it, and it's going to bring a lot of people. I mean. And I've heard this multiple times this year, guys, about full pull. You're either, and John knows this the best. He's an announcer. You're either a spark plug fan or you're a smoke fan. And at Louisville, when the smokers are there, all the spark plug guys are out getting their beer, and vice versa. When the 2-wheel drive trucks are pulling, all the smoke guys, that's when they go take a leak or get a beer. It's making people really kind of stay engaged in these classes because they put up these free money games this year. Where people, I mean, they've paid out, I think, $15,000 to $20,000 this year just in free money games. But it's similar to like what FanDuel did, Greg, when they rolled that out. They just get people on the platform, and do the games. But the hardest part, honestly, has been getting pullers to sign up 24 hours ahead of time. I mean, that's just something that we get to the pull and we just sign up. The Outlaws have their app, and the pullers will sign up on the app. But if they don't get registered,
Right.
Like what the NTPA, I know they did that in the PPL. They were getting some lineups ahead of time, but you get a last minute entry and stuff like that. That's what I foresee being the biggest challenge, Greg, John, and Ryan, is that getting everybody signed up.
Well, that's what we're on our app this year to sign up to make it easier on the girls. You can sign up when you're going, so it's just done. You'll see the registration trailer open, for day hooks that might not know how to do it, but it should cut down on the lines. I think it's a great thing.
You won't find one sign up gal anywhere, and I'm not being sexist, but most of the sign up people are run by the ladies or a wife or a girlfriend or somebody in the association, right? And they would love it not to have everything be so last second, because it is. I mean, I work for the Outlaws. I spend a lot of time with them, and I see it. 2 hours before the pull, that's when everybody comes running up to sign in, and it's stressful for everybody. Because then you're getting the pulling order set, and then the promoter wants to switch pulling order if you got 2 tracks and different things like that. So
showing that's still gonna happen. They have a flat tire or something.
Yeah. Well, then you can, up until pull time so far, you can go in and change your picks and stuff like that. The first version of the app was kind of clumsy. You had to sign back in a couple different times, but like they said, it was version 0.0, and they're working through that. I think it's getting better. It's fun. They just rolled it out in Toma this year, but I think they have, I don't know, 10 or 15,000 people playing the games now. I think is what I've been heard. Some numbers I've heard. So they just asked me to come to certain events and help promote it. So I hang out at the trailer. Their vision was to just count down the pull time, kind of like what ESPN does on Saturday mornings, that game day thing. Larry Richwine works for them. He doesn't work for the NTPA anymore. He retired. So he's really a knowledge and a face that everybody kind of knows. And not everybody likes Larry because he came from the tech world, but they know he knows what he's talking about. So I think that's helped a lot of maybe the more veteran pullers, Greg and John and Ryan, kind of calm down a little bit to see Larry around. I think that was a smart play on their behalf.
Yeah.
Obviously, Larry knows a lot about the sport. Larry has joined he's been coming on Monday nights with us. He's added a whole different segment to our Let's Grow Pulling podcast as well, that obviously we do right after our Down and Dirty show every Monday night. But,
Right.
you know, I encourage more associations to do these shows, you guys. Get on, you know, and it's a commitment, Greg, John, Ryan. We know that. I mean, every Monday night at 7, and we're not always all of us on here, but one of us is always on here, and we're just talking about, you know, our associations or whatever we do. Ron and I have been doing it with the Outlaws for 2 years, and people walk up to us now, like at the Iowa State Fair, and that's a big deal. They're like, "Hey, you're the guys we see on Tuesday nights." And I've had people say, "Man, I love seeing, you know, Greg and John. It's nice to see John's face, you know, not just hear him behind the mic all the time." And I've heard a lot of good comments about Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, because we rolled this out earlier this year. You know, obviously during the season, it's crazy busy. Greg, I know you farm a bajillion acres, and it's getting really nuts for you right now. And, you know, sometimes John gets called into work and he's got a lot going on as well. But it's nice having Zolik coming on now too, because he knows a ton about Badger State Tractor Pullers, and just keep everybody up to date on what's going on in the Badger State world, because video, social media is a big part of what we do. And a lot of people go to Spotify and iTunes. They listen to this on Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, we get hundreds of plays just on the audio podcast every week, let alone the YouTube views and the Facebook views. People go back and watch it. So just talking about it, it's a lot of fun. So,
Right. Well, I like this part of it too, but my favorite part is when we do the shop tours and get those things out. You know, and then like when Feller has some of the machining stuff he's done, and we'll get Robbie on there sometimes. And I think we should get Chase Richardson on here sometime and talk about the full pull thing too.
Yeah, he'll come on anytime. I just have to tell him when we need him, and he'll be on here. He likes to do this all the time. So,
you know, own it a little bit.
Yeah, no, he'll talk. He'll come on anytime and talk about it.
Yep.
You know, like he said, and I've heard him talk to people, like there's no roadmap for rolling out legalized wagering in the sport of pulling. So, you know, how they thought one thing was going to work and how this person reacted, it's been a course. I mean, they're happy. Their investors are happy. The people in Vegas are happy. They love the fact that pulling's mostly in the summer, when there's no NFL football and NBA basketball or college big football. Those are the big two that drive it. Baseball's kind of boring when it comes to wagering, and pulling is the only sport where you literally bet on one person, guys. You know what I mean? And they're pretty excited about that. But again, I've just been pushing it, promoting it, because I feel like this is what's finally, because for years I've had people whisper in my ear, you know, Schultz, you know, you guys are never going to get pulling to where you think you can. And I don't know. I never knew what it was going to be, but I just felt like if we all kept trying all the time and talking about it and doing some stuff, that we can get to that level to where we can. And people say, well, I don't want professional pulling teams. I do. I mean, I want people that this is their full-time job. I really do. I think it's fun. We don't need 27 pro stocks at every event. We don't need 52 two-wheelers. But at the national level, I want to see, this is just me, but I want to see big-time corporate sponsorship. The guys that are pulling at that level already have the cash. Let's quit pretending they don't. You know, like, oh, I don't want money to take over the sport. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. You hear that argument, oh, it'll take I don't know. It's a great sport. It means it's my favorite thing to do in my whole life. I love it. I have some of the best friends and some of the best enemies from this sport, and it just drives passion. And I love the fact that grown-ass men and grown-ass women are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go out to win a truck or tractor pull. They're not doing it for the money. They're not doing it for anything other than, I want to kick your ass. But they, at the same time, as soon as the pull's over, pretty much everybody gets along. You know, and I love that. I absolutely love it. It's great. Pulling means the world to me. My mom and dad got divorced when I was in middle school, and my dad had a D21, basically a little hot farm tractor, you know, back then. And I went back to Iowa every single weekend in the summer. And I only went back there because my dad had a pulling tractor. And that's why I love pulling, and I will until the day I die. That's why it means so much to me. And the more passion we get, and to see Ross come on there with John, that just it gives me goosebumps. You know, Zolik, he talks about going to Poland with his dad. I mean, I see his dad at Toma every year in the exact same freaking seat, and he always has an orange T-shirt on, and he yells at me, "Schultz!" And to see you and your boys grow up in the sport, Greg, it's just we have that story every association everywhere we go, and it's freaking awesome, and it deserves a bigger spotlight.
It does.
It is, because I was watching IndyCar racing the other day, and I love IndyCar. I love Formula One cars, and I'm watching them. I'm like, that's a pro stock, or that's a big mod, you know. But we just have to get that in front of more people, and Full Pull's going to do it because they have the platform to push it.
Once you get some people with money other than actually the competitors, that'll make a difference.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, and then once they start making money, then they'll put money back into it. I mean, but if you ask Chase today, well, how much are you going to give back to the Badger State Tractor Pullers? He's going to go, I don't know. It just depends on how much money is, you know, wagered on Badger State events.
Right.
But when you get somebody talking about your sport, guys, it's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing at all. And like, if you're against it, and you're just like, you don't gamble and you don't pull your tractors or trucks on Sundays or something like that, and there's some religions like that, and I respect that. Even if you never ever place a bet, you're going to benefit. You just keep going. You just keep pulling. Yep. That's it. You're not going to like try any harder or any less than you did before.
We're all going to
be super excited about it. So
we're all going to benefit from that vision if it comes true. And there's no reason to fight it. Let's let it happen. It's not. The competitors are not putting anything into it.
Nope. You continue to show up and put on a good show and try to win the damn thing. You know, because I got some with the Pullers Championship, we got some, you didn't pay enough for like 9th place or 10th place. And I finally just told a guy, it's the Pullers Championship. Just win the damn thing. Then you can win $5,000. You know what I mean? You know, that because like 9th and 10th, we just honestly, we want to give you your $500 back and a little bit of fuel money. You know, but that's like legitimately 1 or 2 people out of 120 that, you know, that said that to us, or me personally or whatever. So I don't get too excited and all that. I mean, I've been trying my whole life, guys, to please everybody, and you can't. You be you. John is John. Ryan's Ryan. Greg's Greg. Do what you're good at, and do it the best you can, and just hope like the hell that you leave, you know, that you make it better than what you found it. So
it will all come together. I mean, our Badger State has came together. We're a great club. We have great competitors and very people willing to get involved and do stuff. You know, I go to the other meetings and they say, "How do you get the guys to sell them raffle?" I tell them to sell these damn raffle tickets. You know, and by doing that, that brings other sponsors to our club that want to be part of what we're doing.
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
Yep, and you do that.
The Badger State is a family, and I miss the family, but I also, you know, I've grown my media side of the business, and we've been hired outside of Badger State, obviously, to some national organizations, and I have to chase that dream as well. But I will always, that's why I'm here every Monday night with you, Greg, and John and Ryan, because I love it.
You got your foot in the door through us.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have anything. I mean, and I love telling my Bill Smith story, and I know you guys heard it a billion times, but I got my chance to get into big time announcing because John and Stacy were in Freeport, and they heard I was a tri-state announcer, you know, and Bill Smith said, "If you suck, you'll never announce a Badger State Pull ever again." And I'm not a great announcer. I'm fun. I know the sport, but I'm not up to John and Stacy's caliber, but it's fun to announce with guys like that because they know it. It's fun to be a color guy or a second or a third with them. You know, I don't like being the main announcer anymore because I like to be able to do other stuff, but I like to fill in and I like to be the number 2 or number 3 guy because it allows me to do my video still and take pictures and then still be entertaining and have fun. So
be part of it.
I'm proud of Badger State. I'm proud of what you guys are doing. I'm proud to be part of it still. I know we didn't get the merchandise trailer to as many pulls we wanted this year. We're going to talk about this winter, what the plan is for next year, but any event that trailer is at, Greg, and we sold couple $1,000s worth of Badger State merch, and that's awesome. You know what I mean? So
we had money this year than we did last year on it. I can tell you that.
Yep. I just overcommitted. I overcommitted to too many events this year, and we're going to sit down here in a couple months and get it all figured out for next year. So if anybody wants to help with that, that would be fantastic as well. Because at the end of the day, Greg's got a million freaking ideas and the board, but it just comes down to human beings and people, and it's hard.
nice out of our video board trailer if somebody would want to man it. That's, you know, but having somebody to man it is just, it's hard.
Yep. Colin Burkholz,
Having the right location.
you've come a long way since the days of us taking you to announce those tri-state polls. Yeah, I used to ride with Burkholz's. I'd make Doug buy me pie up there in Osseo, Wisconsin. There's a pie place. Man, it's the best freaking pie. So, yeah, and then we'd like to officially announce that Tom Gallitz is going to win the raffle at the Badger State Bank.
Brent, you're out.
Yeah, you're out.
You're out, Brent.
Right. Right.
But next week,
Tickets.
I got to wrap this up. Next week we're gonna bring Jeff Parr on, Mark Hawthorne, talk about the final two events of the year, and then you know, just stick with us. We're gonna let Greg get through harvest a little bit. John's got a lot of stuff going on, and we're just gonna start doing some shop tours. I can go out with you guys as well, and do these. It'd be fun as long as I can get Let's Grow Pulling live started wherever I'm from. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
It's all good. It's all good. John, please thank our sponsors one more time, and let's wrap this up.
Farm Street Toys, we thank them very much. Salama Enterprises, we'd like to thank Casper Egg, and then we also like to thank Trip Downing, not Chip, Greg, Trip Downing,
Yep. Yep. He's
for
known
helping
as-
us out as well.
Yep.
He'll forever be Chip with you, it doesn't matter.
and everybody else.
Yep, pretty much, and everybody else too. It's great having Ryan Zulik on here on Monday nights. He brings so much value to the show, and knowledge and passion for the Badger State Tractor Pullers and the sport in general. Of course, Greg, you have rallied this organization the last 40 years. Badger State Tractor Pullers, big part of it. It's fun to see the boys driving the pro stock now as well. John, nothing but respect for you guys. So every Monday night, join us here at 7 o'clock live on Facebook, YouTube, Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers, talking everything Badger State. Have a great night, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, Jason. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See ya.